Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to do an unboxing. I had to order some bits and pieces and it's come in an absolutely, I can't even lift it, massive box. It's huge, but it come already busted open by the delivery driver, so I need to get into it as soon as possible. I think everything's still safe within there, so whenever you do like an order for any tubs or any maintenance stuff, any tools, any substrate, that's all I have in mind at that minute. But then by the time I go to complete the order, I feel wrong because I've not ordered anything like a spider. So I've gone through and ordered some spiders, and then unbeknownst to me, Lucy went and ordered me a few extra spiders as well. And we've had to wait for a few weeks for them to be delivered because it's been really cold in Wales to get them shipped to us. So I think I've got something else in there as well. So let me just rip into this and show you what we got. Get rid of the packing peanuts. There we go. So, oh, brilliantly. So I ordered a load of these arboreal tubs. I can't remember how many I ordered. I think I ordered 8, but there's another box inside there where I think the spiders will be as well. So just leave that there. Yep, so another load of those. Yeah, I ordered 8 in total as those. So what I'm going to do with these is you can use them arboreally, but I'm going to use them fossorially because you can do, because the holes are at the top. And I think that'd be perfect because I've got quite a few fossorials now which are getting sub-adults and adults, but I don't see them all the time, and I've got them in big 30 centimetre round enclosures, and it's just walking in looking at a jar of dirt basically. So I want to put them in these, and these do go a bit clearer. And then I can free up those for terrestrials that I've got, because I've got a load of terrestrials coming up to bigger sizes, so I can put them in there. So I think, where else did I get? Aha, finally they're back to put in leaflets in there. So they do the old jumping spider starter kit, and there's some beauts of jumping spiders on here as well, which I have had a few, so I'll probably go and get some more. And this is what I was after, a list of the show dates. So where are we now? So the next one's Capital Show, the 27th of April. And I'm probably looking at BTS for Lucy and ourselves. Right, there is tons of packing peanuts in here. And then I've just literally ordered, I think it was a couple of kilos of cork bark. That out. Look at the size of that beauty. That is amazing. Let's get the rest. Lovely. So I've got some little ones as well. Look at that piece. That is amazing. God, I'm making a mess. I've got so much stuff. I've got enclosures ready for these on the desk as well. Look at the size of that piece. That is monstrous. That is huge. Right, look at it, I'm covered up here with everything. And I've got a massive box that I need to get rid of. So I'll go through that in a minute. Let me just show you what I've got in here. Let's go into this one. Got something different in here as well. And I think Lucy's ordered me something completely different. So in there I have got a Spinochelus rufus, which I think were the previously Mictus or Promingochilus, something like that. So I've got 2 of those, and one of them is labelled on there is a gimp because I think it's missing a couple of legs, and they're absolutely stunning if you see that on the screen there. But with these, I've always stayed clear of those because I've, for some reason, never been able to get them out of a sling, but that was many moons ago. I'm a master at getting tiny ones out of slings to bigger ones now. So hopefully I know how to set these up so I'll get them perfect. But I love the colorations and the reds on those. And then what I ordered was these 3. So Ephebobus, I can't say that, Murinus. So the skeleton leg tarantula. So I ordered 3 of those, so I'm going to set them up. I've already done some really good enclosures, and they're slings, but I've done a bit of a bigger enclosure because I like to give them a bit more room, and I know they do well in those. Then I ordered a GBB because Lucy loves these, one of her favourites, and I've got a female that I've paired. She's paired many times with her male, and then the male was on his way out, so I put him back in. He managed to pair, but unfortunately she ate him. Well, unfortunate, but it's the natural cycle, and she looks like she's about to do an egg sac. I'm fingers crossed, but it's been a few months now. So if not, I want to grow on one of these again and see if potentially I've got a male. And then Lucy has, there we go, 2 of these. So I think it's, I'll put it on the screen, these ones, Orthonotiastane, I can't say that one, species, Vietnam Highland. Now these look absolutely awesome, so never had these, and I'm really into my Fossorials at the minute. I've got quite a few in the spider room, but I've got 2 of those which I'm absolutely over the moon at getting, so we'll rehouse those as well. Then they've given me a freebie as well, because we had to wait a while on that one, so thanks very much to Sam and the guys at Spidershop. But a P. muticus, so that's a king baboon, if I'm correct. So that one there's a gimp, it says on there, so that was a little freebie. Absolutely stoked about that. And then I've also got another freebie they've done for me with a little smiley face on the tub, which is, I think it's a Samopaeus pulcher, so it's 7 legs on that one. Absolutely amazed. And then this was the other one I've got, because I've got a sub-adult, good size, Tapinaceous species Rasti, so the Caribbean diamond, and it's a confirmed female, and the male I had was behind her because I slowed him down, difficulty in a molt, and he died. So I've got another one of those just to see if I can get a female. So I didn't want to get 2 or 3 just in case I've got more females for the minute. I just wanted to minimize my collection. I don't want to just keep getting them for the sake of it. So I've got a Rasti to go there as well. So that's all done and emptied. So there we go. So I've got 2 freebies there, the P. muticus, absolutely love them. I've got a sub-adult one as well at the minute that hasn't eaten for, I'd say 6 months, 6-7 months. So once they get to a certain size, they just slow down and they can go to an age without actually eating. And then the Samopaeus pulcher, love that one, 7 legs as well, so it's not a problem. So I'll get that sorted and hopefully that'll molt out. I've got another Samopaeus pulcher that's growing, and I've also got a sub-adult female as well. So that'll be really good if I can see if I can get a male. So they're all the ones that I have at the minute. So I just got to jump off because I'm cooking some fondant potatoes for the girls at the minute. So I'm going to jump off, do that, and I'll come back and we'll go through and have a look at what we're going to rehouse. Right, so today I think what I'll do, because I've got loads of enclosures sorted, I think I'll do the Vietnam Highland on their own in a separate video, and also the E or P. murinus, whatever they're called. I have to figure that one out, I can't remember. It's the E. murinus, that's the right one. So I'll do them on their own video as well, because I've done different enclosures for them, which is slightly larger for this species, but I'll explain that when I go through, and the same for those. So I'll leave them to separate videos. So today what we'll do is we'll put the GBB into that enclosure, and then we'll do the Rufus into these enclosures, because I've got these, they're on the Spidershop, I love these ones. So they'll do good because you need good ventilation for those. This one will be for the Rasti, and this one would be for the P. pulcher, and this one would be for the P. muticus, just going into there. So I'll rehouse these in the video, and then you'll see those in the other videos. So let's get straight into getting these in. I think first we'll go straight into the GBB, and I'll show you what I've done for the enclosure. So that's what I've done on the little GBB's enclosure, and I've just got one of these hides that you can get off the Spidershop. I've had loads of these lying around, so I thought I'd actually use one, because I've done different setups for the GBBs to the point I've got my adult female in sand, and she's absolutely amazing in that one. And I did the adult male I had as well in sand. But for a sling, I'll put it in here in case they need any moisture. I can just put some down in the soil. Plus I could put a little water dish in, but through my experience, I don't need to at the minute. So I might just water one corner, but I want to see if they web up, which we know they all do as a GBB, but I want to see if they'll actually use the hide and then just web up the front. So that's why I've done it this way for the GBB. So let me just put some water in. Just do one corner. And that's it, because they like it quite dry anyway. I've never seen them go to a water dish at all, so I'll just leave it like that. So let me just get the spider. There we go. Gotta love the coloration of these. especially as little slings. Absolutely stunning. Look at their little bums. See if I can get this one in. The gold carapace as well. Go on, nice and easy. There we go, a nice vibrant GBB. Wow, that is fast. Here we go, first one done, nice and easy. So we'll see if it has a look around in a minute. Next ones, let's do these roofers. So I've got 2 of those. And it is the Spidershop rufus, the Java tree spider. So that is all I've done in both of these enclosures. They've got gravel at the bottom, a little bit of mesh, and then some moist substrate, and then a water bowl in both of those, and then a tiny little cork tube hide which they will use and go in. Look, you can see on that one there, so they'll go down in there. So let me just see if I can get these to go straight in. Oh, that's a good size. Already it's got the orange tint. Look at that coloration. I'm not sure if that one's coming up. Let's see if I can get this one to go in. This one actually looks in pre-molt. Come on, buddy. There we go. It's gone in just down there. So well camouflaged. There we go, and that's running around at the bottom, so that would just find its way into that tube. Let me do the second one. Look at that, that one is darker with the orange bands across the legs. Just ran off, caught it quickly. And has gone straight into the cork tube. So that's that one in. I don't mind when they escape as long as they're not too fast and just go all over the place. So that was quite easy enough. So I've got those 2 done. We've got these 3 here. So next we have the Rasty. Let's get this baby Rasty in there. Look at that, he hates the light. Where's he gonna go? There you go. He's in there, he's gone down there and he's burrowed in. I'll let him settle. This is a massive enclosure for it, but I did it before for my other 2 and they were absolutely fine in there. So I'll let that's really soaked at the minute. I'll let that dry out because it's quite hot where I'm putting this one. So it's going to be, it's 24 degrees already in here. So it's first thing in the morning. So that will dry out in a day or so, but it just gives it a chance to drink. And then I can leave that alone, but I guarantee you it will go down in there where I've left dry. And then the humidity's around it. So that's that one for the Rasty. There we go. Right, next, let's do the Poacher. This one shouldn't be a problem. And I've done a similar thing for the Poacher, but I've given it more room because they will web up in the middle. So I've given it a bit more room and a bit more of an open cork bark. So, and no gravel, just substrate. And I've just moistened it because that will dry out. And this will be perfect for it. Let's see if I can get this one in. There we go, great coloration already, look. Almost a green on the abdomen, absolutely stunning. See if I can get this little guy in. There you go. And that one's missing a leg as well. Yeah, they've got on their 7 legs. So there we go. This is still big. You can do these size enclosures that they come in for it, but I never do. I always give them more room. It just means it's harder to feed them and also to maintain the moisture levels correctly. But if you know what you're doing and you've done it so many times before, then go ahead and give them a bit more room. Save stressing them out when you go to rehouse them. And that one is in and nice and chilled. That one, and now the last one, the P. Mudicus. This one's probably going to run. All I've done is that, nothing else for this one, because it's going to burrow down in there, and that's plenty of substrate. And what I've done, dry layer of substrate, moist layer, dry layer, moist layer, and it will go down when you first get the sling to whatever desired area it needs, and then I'll dry this out and it'll be absolutely fine. So let's just see. I might actually give it a little starter burrow. There it is. Remove that and see if I can encourage it to go down. It's already come flying out itself. Oh, there we go. No. There we go. Caught it. Here we go. I'll put a little hole there, but it's not found it yet. There we go, go on. God, I do like these. And I've got a sub-adult female of these. So there we go, I knew you'd find it. And yeah, I really like these because as they get older they can stridulate their chelicerae and they can make like a hissing sound. But there we go, that's in, nice and easy. So there we go, another sling done, and I think that was missing the leg as well because they've put on their gimps. I think those have all got one missing. So I hope you enjoyed that little unboxing from the Spidershop. A couple of quick easy slings to rehouse there, but I'll show you on the next couple of videos are the more rarer ones, so look out for that and I'll see you on the next one.